the UCF Knights. For the EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Will kick it off to get us underway. Well, that'll give them good field position as he kicks it out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Looking to throw, it's Rudolph. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, fourth down in their own end, and they're going for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going downfield for the big play. Complete downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, fourth and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last fourth down there.
He wants to throw it again. It's complete. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Looking for a man. It's Rudolph. The quick out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Beautiful job by the wide receiver because he knew where the first down sticks were, and he adjusted his route accordingly.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. The running back has it. Finds a crease at the 20. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass? Auburn lines up quickly. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Caught the defense offside. That penalty obviously will be declined, and the touchdown stands. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit about to go to work. On the run from inside his own 5. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. On first down, here comes this offense. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, looking again to throw. He'll fire to his right. Underneath toast the coverage. Got it deep downfield. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Stokes. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Looking to throw on second down. Trying to get to him. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, UCF! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Kane. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
What an impact from that last explosive play. They were pinned down in their own territory. Now 1st and 10 from their own 45. Looking to throw, it's Rudolph. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. They move the tight end all over. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Quickly out to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Got room at the 35. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. It's reverse. They finally make the stop, but the big run is ready to move those sticks for the 1st down.
Defensively, it's like, which one of these guys are the most dangerous? Goodness gracious, you got so many guys that spread you out with speed and wide receivers that you think about taking away the passing game. And then what do? They put him in motion, and he goes across the formation really quickly. They give him the football, and he's just so fast, chews up yardage. Defensively, there's so many things to be talking about, to be talking through, and then they do stuff like that. It's even more confusing.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Knights!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Colorado State came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that the Rams won, it's more how they won. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah.
Snatches it on the right. He's loose. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28.
Auburn 7.
New set of downs after that completion. Back to throw, it's Rudolph. He'll take a shot. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
This is a free safety that not only can play in the middle of the field and play center field, but he can lock up man-to-man as well with great coverage. You saw it there.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had in the last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. That's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
His drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Back to the air one more time. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up for it.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Smashes through the tackle. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Trying play action. They're bringing heat. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I'll tell you what, to get home to the quarterback and force pressure while just rushing 3 allows your back end to cover so much space. Now you got 8 guys in coverage. It makes you really dynamic in the back end of your defense.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Looking to take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Talk about aggressive. This head coach is keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's not afraid to go deep. Makes the grab down the left side. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. So they gamble on 4th down in the first half, and man, does it pay off.
4th and long. I mean, what just 4th and short? Nowadays, man, so much aggression in college football. And how about right there? 4th down and long. No problem. I got this in the first half.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw on 3rd. Caught over the middle. It's Ashley. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
Defenses throughout the week study every 3rd down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
The Knights are flying down the field. Give to the running back. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Knights headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. That big fella up front just won his one-on-one battle and got to the quarterback.
And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to beat the guy in front of you, and great job by using your hands, getting by that first initial guy, and then getting to the quarterback. And the hard part a lot of time is getting him on the ground. Nice job by the big lineman.
I guess they believe the entire field is 4-down territory. A bit of an odd choice, but they'll go for it on 4th and 12 miles. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll pull it down and run. Open space at the 25. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Dropping back, it's Rudolph. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
Just got to finish the play. If you're the wide receiver, you got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Wide receiver shows motion. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Gets it out quickly. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
The defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
On 30 short, the run and looking for the first down. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Running for it on 4th down. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
That's a down and distance that would make a lot of coaching staffs pause, maybe call a timeout and think about, but not this one. There was no doubt, Reese, they were going to run the football and try to pick that up on 4th.
Direct challenge to the defense. If you want the ball, you're going to have to take it from us or stop us, and they didn't.
So moving forward in this game, let's just see how this defensive line responds to this. Can they be more physical and start winning their one-on-one battles?
To throw, it's Rudolph. The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Leaves it with the running back. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep his 3rd downs management. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Looking to move it through the air. Pulls it in. It's Coleman. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. Defense wants to bring the heat. Wants to throw on second down. Going to try to get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
At the 20, he's got space. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Lets it fly. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
After the misfire, it's second down. Defense playing a bail technique. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Pocket starts to collapse. And he'll just get rid of that one.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
They were on the move, but two straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. Back to pass, it's Rudolph. Moves around to clear up the vision. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the run. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down, they're ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe
he'll take a deep shot here. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Every week we have these tips and tendency charts. We know what formation they like to run certain routes. They know what their favorite routes are by certain guys. You could tell the secondary was unbelievably dialed in. Defensive line got no pass rush, but they were sticking with their guys in the back end, and they forced the INT.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Looking to throw, it's Rudolph. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Auburn.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Looking for the score. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers.
And how about this offense responding late in the first half, getting the score, now an extra point away from tying this football game going into the half. That's exactly how you draw up a 2-minute drill. That's how you want to finish a half.
He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the boulevard. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Tigers will kick it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Facing a third down and short from the 26. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Takes it from the gun on third down. He's got his man. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. The Knights are in the hurry-up. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in.
And they got him for the sack. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Second down now after the sack. He's looking to throw. Now sliding to his left. And as he throws, that pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Coming after him. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
3rd and Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that first down, makes the big mistake.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Looking to buy time. Zings it complete to the right. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
Back to throw, it's Rudolph. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And that one will give them the lead. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, UCF. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Tulane. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Give to the single back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back to pass, it's Rudolph. Caught. At the 40, there he goes. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. They go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Fast motion in the jet sweep. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll go to the ground. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Handoff to the single running back.
Ball carried by the running back. Gain of 3. Brings up second down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll put the tight end in motion. Pulls it and fires to the left. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Auburn!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. Going for the return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Now on 2nd down. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Gets away from 1. He's going to sling it into the heart of the field. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The give to the back. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Off play action. Grab near the marker. It's Richardson. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He unleashes a long one. And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters.
Auburn 28, UCF 21.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Rhodes. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Fast motion from the offense. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little extra time. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Knights!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their deep afterburners coming. Touchdown, Auburn! They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Houston is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by 11 to Georgia Southern. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Got room on the return. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Tigers. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it up.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the fourth quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. That's caught. It's Richardson. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his man and they convert. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
He's going to pass. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
I love it. The offense being aggressive. They're taking a shot. Good job by the QB getting a lot of air under that ball. And how about the receiver and his ability to track it?
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Knights will hustle to the line. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Third and goal coming up here. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Feeling some heat. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. A fourth-quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll go to the air. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, UCF! Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Kane. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the offense. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Rudolph. Fires it incomplete. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. They want to throw it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast, too, if I've been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to me the whole day. Can somebody please get my back?
Second down coming up. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wants to fire on second down. This time on target. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside to stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Here's a throw downfield late. And he holds it in at the 25. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. The sweet feet buy a little time. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. He wants to pass it on second down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
One of the things you have to be impressed about this defense is that they've got guys in the back end who can cover, man-to-man or zone. That last one gets swatted away. They're in a situation where they're expecting pass. You know this is going to be a tight window to throw into if you're the quarterback here.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's third and long. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He took a hit as he flew it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the fourth, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Dances away to buy time. He caught it. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the fourth with a touchdown. Powers forward. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Knights!
And great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
So you think this is automatic? This extra point attempt is filled with pressure. And he needs this one for the tie, and he's got it. We're locked up in the fourth. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they've got it locked up in the final minute after the touchdown and extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Kane. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Hands it off. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
And that's a first down.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. He wants to throw. Trying to get to him. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. To the air. It's Rudolph. Throws to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
I like quarterbacks that are being aggressive, but moving forward, if your guy's not open downfield, it's okay just to check it down to a tight end or a running back and take the profit.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Does the drama get any thicker? The offense comes to the line on fourth down here in overtime. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The tension, the intensity, the drama, the offense steps to the line on 4th down in overtime. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Incomplete, and they turn it over here in the first possession of overtime.
Well, they couldn't come up with it there on 4th down in overtime, so now their defense comes on in the field, and a lot of pressure on this defense now to keep the O out of the end zone.
Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. First down, and they'll win it with any kind of score here in overtime. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Third down, any kind of score wins it, and they want to make sure they stay in position for their kicker. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. The sure hands, it's Ashley. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
It'll be a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and that the offense has a negative play.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw, getting some heat. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play. 3rd and long now as this defense tries to force another overtime period. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, and it's intercepted, a turnover in overtime. And the takeaway will put the finishing touches on this one.
And what a mistake by the offense. Here in overtime, throwing that interception, they're now going to give the ball to the opponent. All they need is a field goal now to win.
We play on first down here in the second overtime period. Wide out in motion. From the gun. Give on the inside. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
At this point of the game, you just got to wonder if the defense is getting tired. Here in OT, they just don't seem to have the punch up front that like they had earlier in the game, and they're just playing on their heels.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Single back formation, and they give it to it. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Now, when I'm in OT and I start to get in this territory, I gotta be thinking touchdown. Like, what are my plays that I can go to now? I ran the football. I showed a little bit of conservativeness. Now I got to take advantage of a shot out wide. What's my best go-to play in this situation?
This thing has been back and forth now. First and goal as they try to take the lead in overtime number 2. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. Touchdown, UCF! That score gives them the lead here in the second overtime. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Second overtime, and they'll have to go for 2. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They can't convert, and the lead remains at 6, and now they'll have to go on defense.
That keeps the score. UCF 48, Auburn 42.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Going to the running game. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll leave it with him. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. First and goal as they try to answer with a touchdown of their own. A first down run on the doorstep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Fourth and goal, and this is the ball game. To the air, it's Rudolph. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Going for 6. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down. I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth. Games that are so nip and tuck, and you know every play matters so much. These are the games that we love to call.
Yeah, every play matters, David, and that's why coaching staffs practice overtime scenarios and situations throughout the week. It's important to drill these types of scenarios. You never know what games are going to go to OT, and when they do, you love to be able to go out and execute with the game on the line.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.